A family is outraged after their loved one died just days after being released from the Alabama Department of Corrections, and now they are claiming medical neglect and that it could have possibly have been prevented. WDHN's Aaron Dixon has the story all new at 6.
Antonio Arnaz Smith was granted a medical furlough by the Alabama Department of Corrections in late September, but wasn't released until nearly a month later, where he died 4 days later. Family members of Smith feel that their loved one was neglected by the ADOC as he was what some consider to be skin and bones.
They sent him home as a skeleton. And the only thing we got was a burial expense.
Casey says that maybe if he had been granted the furlough sooner, the family could have helped him and Smith would still be alive. But when he was released to the family, there were some rules put in place by prison officials.
And they repeatedly told us, do not post him on social media, because if he pops up on social media, he's going back to prison.
Smith's family claims they were also told that if they were to get a second opinion on Smith's condition, that they would have to constantly keep the ADOC in the loop about what another doctor may recommend or if they decided to further treatment. Smith was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in November of 2022, but according to Casey, he wasn't moved to the infirmary at Kilby Correctional Facility until January. Smith then started receiving cancer treatment in May of this year, where he applied for a medical furlough the first time, but was later denied.
The doctor did not include all of the medical papers that would have been in favor of him being granted initially. Because the doctor failed to do so, he was denied.
During his time waiting on a furlough, Casey says they had to send him money just for inmates to help Smith get out of bed, as the family claims that the ADOC didn't consider Smith to be incapacitated, so Smith couldn't receive the needed help from jail staff.
But have you looked at him? Have you even checked his records? Have you even laid eyes on him? Antonio was already to the point where he could not get up, walk, move, or do anything on his own.
Smith was serving time for the murder of his girlfriend, LaKendra Kirkland, in 2000. His family says Smith had no prior criminal convictions except fishing without a license. And he admitted to shooting Kirkland, but says it was accidental and not incidental. Casey even saying that the court could have convicted him of manslaughter, which holds a shorter sentence, but instead convicted him of murder, where he was sentenced to 99 years.
Antonio had never been in trouble. Yeah, he made a bad decision. He did something and he had to pay for it. But he was never sentenced to pay his life for it.
Smith's family says that after hundreds of phone calls, they still haven't received any response from the state prison system or from any high-ranking official in the state and are now planning on filing a civil lawsuit. In Dothan, Aaron Dixon, WDHN News for the Wiregrass.